Castro, Thor Griffith, Jabbar Muhammad, and Brew McCoy. So hopefully one of those guys ends up being a Ram.
I'd be happy with all those guys. I think my top right now would be Logan Brown, Holland Pierce, Xavier Restrepo, just based on, who's available, but would like.
I'm not going to get tired of seeing the comment section of a Rams-centric live stream all pushing for Kansas Jayhawk players. I am not going to get sick. I would frame this moment because I love my Kansas Jayhawks. And I got to tell you, I think they're really sleeping on Kobe Bryant. I understand Bryant and Dotson, by the way, both slimmer builds. These were dogs. And this is low-key the DBU that no one talks about. This is the same school that had Aqib Talib and Chris Harris Jr., and, of course, Daryl Stuckey as well, all Pro Bowlers. So, of course, Rams legends, defensive backs. You talk about Leroy Irvin and, of course, Nolan Cromwell. So the Rams have done well with their Jayhawk draft picks.
Well, we'll see. I would feel really good about Xavier Restrepo. I feel really good also about Badger out of Florida. I just really feel like, I don't know, adding a receiver based on their room makes so much sense for this pick. And also offensive line depth. You can't go wrong there.
Wait, so Caleb Lohner went over Brant Keithy?
Mm-hmm.
That's insane. That happened twice. Where the better tight end... I don't get that.
Yeah, it happened with Alabama too.
I know Kobe Bryant had a tweet, or not tweet, but he commented that he wanted to be a Ram or whatever. So on Instagram, that would be cool.
Pick is in.
Let's see what we got. Who is it?
They're taking their sweet time announcing it.
I see they're on the phone right now.
Yeah, they're showing the war room, but they're not putting it on the screen.
Sean McVay is talking to whoever they just drafted. Alex is on one today. Ram select Prince Vegeta. Dragon Ball reference for the Dragon Ball shirt.
They're like, we can hear you guys breathing. It's like it always gets very silent.
Yeah, I know.
We just get before the picks. The silence. Sorry, the silence is giving you guys anxiety. That's what they're saying. It's just we're looking at too many tabs. We're trying to see where it breaks first. Are they about to go to commercial on NFL Network? I swear. Notice they're doing the cutback shot.
Yeah, I don't even know. Rams selection from... Wait, is that... Oh, it's Steve Irwin's kid. He's announcing the Rams selection.
Oh, wow.
That's amazing. I love that.
Mm-hmm.
Nice little touch on that.
That's cool.
Konata Mumpfield. Interesting. So they do get a receiver from Pitt. And I remember actually liking this guy a lot. I would have gone with Badger here, but I don't know. What are your thoughts, Alexis? Because I do have I have a report on him And I'm going to pull it up now, but I do like this player.
I did not watch him. I'm just going to be honest. Was not on my radar. So cannot give an informed opinion. Although, like I said, I really wanted like Restrepo or Badger or like McCoy here. But I don't know. I can't give a fair analysis, I guess, because he wasn't on my radar.
Yeah, so this is a really, really good route runner. Okay, so I mean that does make sense. I think the issue with him is he's not the best blocker. I was surprised that, once again, the Rams drafted another pass catcher that isn't the best blocker. Not the most physical receiver, but man, he's got some crazy hands. He's going to make some crazy catches. He had a 1.9% drop rate. This is a guy that played inside, outside, so he offers that flexibility. He also has kickoff return value. So you could see this guy really push an Xavier Smith potentially. He was a Pittsburgh team captain in 2024. So that's something to keep in mind. He's good after the catch, 6.8 yak per reception in 2024. Smart football player. I think really one of the best separators that you're going to find at the bottom of the draft at the wide receiver position. I think my biggest issue with Mumfield was really, I just came back to it. It had nothing to do with the size. Some people didn't like that. His route tree isn't exactly polished. Like I said, he's a great route runner and everything, but he doesn't have a full route tree. What he's asked to do, the head fakes, the footwork, the release package, all that stuff, the go moves, the double moves, all that, he's really good at. But the route tree isn't as top notch as some of the others, which is why he fell. And he didn't test that well. Like this guy, he ran a 4.59, but the blocking to me was the biggest turnoff, Alexis. When I watched his tape, I just didn't see a dominant blocker. So I know Blaine had him on his Snead snacks, had looked at him as a potential option. I see him being like kind of similar to like a Deontay Johnson, but just not as nuanced. That would be like kind of a not as nuanced Deontay Johnson was pretty much my comparison. So yeah, I mean, I think he went exactly where he could have gone. And I like the pick. I had other guys I preferred. I think Elijah Badger is better, and I would have preferred to get some of the Jayhawks, but Konata Mumpfield, cool little name there, and he rounds out this wide receiver room. They need one more guy, and they get him.
Yeah, just like I said earlier, I'm not super familiar with him, but looking at some scouting reports for him, looks like he's a really good athlete, catch and run threat. Doesn't possess breakaway speed, but he is pretty good at creating separation. He's got reliable hands. Some weaknesses that I see pointed out is, again, just the speed. And that, some of he does fight really hard for the ball, but can sometimes not make those contested catches. But I mean, yeah, like I said, I don't know that I can make a fair analysis off the bat off this pick, other than, there were some other guys, that I did really want. I thought Restrepo would have been such a steal here, or, Elijah Badger or McCoy out of Tennessee, but we'll see. We'll see, but that is the last pick for the Rams of this draft, assuming they don't trade back in